the paper, Mason. Please. Come back to us.
Julia?
If you sign the papers, you could come back to us. Why haven't you signed the paper, Mason? Please sign, Mason.
Please. Sign the paper, Mason. Please. Please.
Mason, sign the paper, please. Please sign the paper, Mason.
Sign the paper.
Mason, sign, please.
Joy? Julia? Wait. Wait, I have to see them. I have to...
This guy's gonna make it much longer.
Doesn't look like it. Why do you suppose we haven't heard from Eleanor?
What difference does it make? We haven't got much longer to get Capital here to sign this paper. He's as close to dead as a man can get. Well, it shouldn't be much more than half an hour before we reach the strip joint. And if our indestructible Indian friend is anywhere around, no doubt he'll be paying his nightly visit.
I hope you're right. Julia? You've hardly said a word since we left Santa Barbara. Are you okay?
I'm fine. I'm just concerned about Mason.
What? Listen, I don't mean to put the spot on you or anything, but, I mean, you were so adamant about coming along with us, and, I know you've been a good friend to Victoria through all this, and, well, anyway, I was just ashamed that she couldn't come with us.
She wanted to, Kelly. She's just been high-strung since all this shooting business, and she was afraid that she was going to lose Chip forever, and she told me that she just didn't feel like being separated from him again right now.
All that makes sense to me, but, you know, you have a child, too.
I just need to find Mason. Kelly, please just leave it at that.
What's the matter? What happened?
You got a call at the beach house with a lead on Eleanor. You asked Eden to come here, and that's over an hour ago.
We've got to find her.
Darling, please be there. You gotta be there.
Too long, Cruz. We girls hate that. Don't we, Eden?
For the love. Hello? Hello? I know it's you, Eleanor.
It's Elena, Cruz. I really never did care much for Eleanor.
Where is Eden?
Huh?
Don't play games with me.
Oh, you must mean that dear, sweet, darling girl. Well, she's right here with me.
Put her on the phone. I want to talk to her.
Rather indisposed.
You tell me, damn it, you tell me where you are and what you want.
My. You're so frantic. If you want to see her alive, I'd suggest you come to 199 Seahorse Way. It's a mall. But don't worry, she's not rolling around from store to store charging up a fortune.
Oh, for the love of God, what have you done?
Nothing yet. But if you don't show up alone and promptly, she's as good as dead.
Cruz, what happened? Where is he? Leave me alone. I want you to go to the Capitol House and wait for me, Pearl.
Cruz, what happened?
Don't talk! You do what I say for once in your life. Go to the Capitol House and wait. And do not call the police.
Julia, I'm sorry if I upset you before. I didn't mean to.
No, you didn't. Callie, don't worry.
I know I should be thanking you for your help instead of questioning why you're here.
Doesn't matter. None of this matters. All that matters is that we get to Mason and do him some good.
I know that.
You and Mason, you've been friends for quite a while now, haven't you, Julia?
We've had our differences. But I think all in all, we've managed to maintain a certain amount of respect for each other.
You guys must have gotten real close working in the same law firm, huh?
I suppose.
I mean, I know that he always talked of you two as being very good friends. I remember him coming back from the hospital, remember?
Yeah?
Talking about you and Samantha and how it was the most beautiful baby girl he'd ever seen. How could I be such a fool?
What?
Nothing. Nothing, honey.
It's all right, Kelly.
What? What's all right?
Mason is Samantha's father.
It's not what you're thinking.
He is, though, isn't he, Julia?
Yes.
How about that? I'm Sammy's uncle, and I didn't even know it.
I'd like to explain what happened.
It's okay, you don't have to explain.
Yes, I do.
You don't.
I do. You see, Mason and I had this confidential, a contract for him to father my child.
He was into that while he and Victoria were together?
No. He called the whole thing off before he married her. It's just obviously it was a little late.
Oh, Julia, you call it business. But you have to have feelings for the man. I mean, that's why you're here.
I'm not going to deny that I have feelings.
Are you in love with him? I'm sorry. Forget I asked.
I didn't have any emotional tie with Mason when we signed this contract. And I tried. Kelly, he's the father of my daughter.
I understand. So you have to have feelings for him, Julia. I know he did.
You do?
Well, I do now, yes. I mean, at the time, I thought that his concern for you was just as a friend and a single parent, but I realize now it was a lot more than that.
Just one thing here. Aren't we overlooking, isn't there's someone else who's a big part in all of this?
Of course there is. There's Victoria.
Right. What the hell is she going to say when she finds out about this?
She knows.
She knows?
Yeah.
Well, you guys seem like friends.
We are friends. I think when I defended her, we spent a lot of time together and we got to know each other. And we realized that we have a lot in common.
My God, the London rags would have a field day.
Sweetie.
It's all right. know this is the earmark of the Sidney Sheldon novel. And it used to bother me. But I don't care what anybody thinks about me anymore, and I don't care who knows or what they say. All I care about is that we find Mason. That's all that matters to me. And I hope that we find him before it's too late.
You remember that case, don't you, Kappa? Huh? It's real simple. All you have to do is nod your head. We'll untie your hands so you can sign. Once you sign, the pain is gone. You come down off the cross and you can get back to your two women. I know you can hear me, Capwell. Answer me, rich man.
He's out again. You only managed to kill him with that thing. Leave him be. He'll come to in an hour or so.
I'm sick of this place. I'm not going to wait around for him to wake up. I'll be back.
Gonna go to the regular place? I'll have one of the strippers give you a message if he comes to.
I don't want to be bothered. Don't take your eyes off him. I'll be back in an hour.
Bet you never thought a rich man like you would end up dying this way.
There's no sign of eating any place, are you sure?
I'm sorry, Mr. C.
Are you sure there was no sign?
Okay, there was one thing.
What?
Her wheelchair was overturned in the middle of the floor.
Well, that means that Eleanor was there.
Oh, no.
Now, wait a minute. Let's not think the worst about this.
I don't understand. Cruz must have said something to you. Why didn't he tell you where he
Well,
was
it's very
going?
obvious. He doesn't want anybody to know where he is.
I've never seen him like that. He had to be going to find me.
Why didn't you call me?
Honey, you have to realize that he knows what he's doing. He'd never put her in danger.
She is my daughter, and if he knew what he was doing, she wouldn't be with that mad woman right now.
Mr. C, we do not know if she is
Don't you tell me what we don't know, because you were certain that Eleanor got on a plane. You were very
Doesn't do
certain.
any good to start blaming people, all
It
right?
doesn't do any good for me to sit around here. My daughter's out there in some kind of danger. I'm listening to him babble. Hello. Yes.
How?
So glad I found you in. I'm with someone that I think you might be very interested in seeing. Come to 199 Seahorse Way. Alone. No police.
I want to know about Eden.
I'll tell you exactly what you need to know. Be there at 10:50. Not early and not late.
I'm telling you now, if you hurt her and...
No, she's fine. But if you tell anyone else, your daughter will be very dead. Sissy?
Sure. Tell me, please.
Sissy, tell me, please!
Listen, last time we were in here, it seemed like everybody we ran into knew who we were.
It's certainly not any acquaintances I'd care to
Now,
renew, put it that way.
Your accent, they're going to recognize that. Maybe you should just go out and take a look at the, the parking lot or something.
Take a look. I don't think it's safe leaving you two in here alone.
We're fine.
We're fine. No one's going to know Julia anyway.
Yeah? All right, just be careful, all right? I'll be out. I'll come back in a few minutes.
Okay. Maybe we should split up. You go sit down closer to the front.
All right. Now, am I going to know this Indian person when I see him?
You're not going to miss him. He's got jet black hair. He's about 30 years old. He looks terrifying, but then again, he ain't so bad looking.
Fine. Fine. You know, I've never been in a place like this before.
Oh, yeah? You seem like you fit right in there. You want me to go with you?
No. Let's just hope that we can find Mason, all right?
Listen, Julia, I think I know what you're going through, okay?
Thank you. Just be concerned about your brother.
I am concerned, but I'm also concerned about you, of what's going to happen when we do find him.
I don't care what happens. The only thing I care about is that we find him safe.
Okay.
So you're looking at me. What are you thinking?
What are you doing with that thing? СиСи, you have to tell me what you're doing and tell me who's on the phone.
Can't talk about it now.
Yeah, well, Cruz couldn't talk about it either.
It was Elena, wasn't it? You can't go out
What
there
I
looking for
can
her.
and won't do is stand around here any longer. Let somebody else handle my business. Now, that woman is crazy. I'm not about to let her menace our family any longer.
You're going to keep that gun here.
I know what I'm doing, Sophia.
Carl, could you stop him, please?
I can let you go.
Stay out of
Please.
Look, I know what I'm doing, and I don't want anybody to stop me. You understand that?
Okay, fine. You're taking off. I am going with you.
You are not going with me. You're staying right here because that's specific instructions that she gave. I don't bring anybody with me. I don't talk to the police. You stay here. I'll let you all know what's going on.
Where is Eden?
You'll never see her alive again unless you drop that gun. Very good. Even blinded by the anguish of possibly never seeing his true love again, Cruz Castillo can still think straight.
You tell me where she is.
We'll get back to that. But first I want to see just how calm and sensible you can be in the face of tragedy. I want you to very gently kick that gun over to me. This was your last chance, Cruz. You had me. All you had to do was call my bluff. I was bluffing, you know.
I don't care about your motive. All I care about is...
I know what you care about. Shut up! I know why you get up in the morning. I know what you have for breakfast. And for lunch. And for dinner. You see, I may not have any experience, but I did know that you were a formidable opponent. So I made it my business to know everything I could about you. I know that you sleep without a pillow, with only a sheet. That you shave the left side of your face first, and then the right. And when you get out of the shower, you dry your shoulders and back first. And then your legs. I saw everything you saw, Cruz. I know you. Maybe not as well as I wanted to know you, but I know you. And then in the very beginning, when you were in such deep despair and mourning, I saw that you had one weakness, Eden. You called her your strength and your life, but I think you'll find out that in the end she was really your downfall. It's too bad. Because we could have been so good together. And now you're throwing it all away for the sake of a woman who couldn't even give you children.
So help me God, if you've heard her, I'll make you wish.
What threats are you going to try to make now, Cruz? I hardly think you're in a position to make any threats. There was a time when I would have done anything for you. Anything. I could have satisfied you in ways that you can only dream of now. Of course, I can only dream, too. I know you think I'm crazy. And maybe I am. But I'm also rather realistic. I know that I don't have very much longer to play this game. But I'm going to make sure that you lose first. And you're going to lose very badly, Cruz.
Not bad, Capwell. I thought you'd be out for at least another half hour. You ready to sign? Come on, Mason. You want to go home, don't you?
You have to sign the paper to go home. You have no choice. You have to sign. Please sign the paper and come back to your family. We need you, Mason. I need you. I've always needed you, Mason.
Victoria?
I need you. Our daughter needs you. You have to sign the paper to come home. It's the only way to save your life. Come home to our daughter. Please come home to Samantha.
Samantha?
Sign the paper and come home.
Are you ready, Mason? Please, aren't you ready?
Yeah. Are you ready to sign, Capwell? Yeah. I'm ready. I can't stay here. I've got to find her. I've got to stop her.
Listen, pal, you're not stopping anybody in the shape you're in.
Would you just drink this, please?
No, you don't understand. I have to find her. Where's Cruz?
He's not here.
What about Eden?
How can I explain this? Things are kind of a mess right now, Kane.
Kane, we're afraid that Eden might be with Eleanor, and she also might have Cruz, and she called СиСи, and he's on his way to find Eleanor now.
No, where? Where?
Well, if we knew that, we wouldn't be standing here.
I'm late.
Too late? What do you mean, too late?
I remembered everything. I know why I was keeping her up in the mountains and why I didn't want to come back here with her.
It had something to do with Eleanor.
Yes. She wanted Eden dead, and she paid me. She used me. She's sick. She used things against me.
All right.
Mrs. C, remember the rules?
I'm calling the police. Because I am not going to sacrifice my daughter and my husband to this same woman. Hi. What's wrong? What happened?
Well, it looks like you've outsmarted me. You know everything about me. I don't know nothing about you. Guess it makes you the genius and me the fool, right? At least you don't have to hurt anybody now. Especially not Eden.
It's too late for that now, Cruz.
It better not be.
Still 5 left. More than enough for the job. I didn't say that I had done anything to Eden. But if you were really worried about her, you should have thought about that before. I mean, if something happened to you, what would happen to poor little Eden? Wouldn't she be devastated? Nothing left to do but roll around in that big house of hers. But then again, I'm sure there would be plenty of men willing to make her happy, willing to do anything for her to get their hands on that money. And they wouldn't even think twice that it was connected to a useless woman in a wheelchair.
It has nothing to do with her money. She's more woman than you'll ever hope to be.
Sticks and stones, Cruz. You still don't see it, do you? I thought you were so smart from the beginning, but you still don't see it. How many similarities there are between Eden and me. But I still get some satisfaction right here and now. Because I know that the strongest emotion that's running through you right now isn't love for her, it's hate for me. Well, I hate you too now, Cruz. But in spite of all that hatred, and in spite of all your protestations, I know that we could make love right now. And it would still be better than anything you ever had with Eden.
Sweetheart, you need help. And it's not too late to get it. You give me the gun, you tell me where Eden is, we can walk out of here and we'll forget about this.
You watch too much television, Cruz. You really expect me to put the gun away and repent? It's not going to happen that way.
It could. Nobody's been hurt yet.
You're not a cop anymore. You can't grant me immunity from prosecution. But just how far would you be able to go? How far would you be willing to go? Would you make love to me right now, right here? I'll bet I could hold this gun the whole time. And it would still be incredible for both of us.
What can I say?
could never, ever give you what you wanted. I'm sorry.
You wanted it too, Cruz. Don't lie to me. You wanted me too. Look at me in the eyes and tell me that you didn't want me. I felt it! That night when you held me in your arms, you held me close. That night that Eden came back. And I could feel how much you wanted me. And how hard it was for you when you had to turn away. Just one more night. One more night, and I could have had you.
You know, I hate to disappoint you, but you are dreaming.
No. One more night. One more night, and I would have had you. And once you had me, you would have loved me. And I would have made you forget Eden. And if she had died the way she was supposed to, I could have made everyone forget she even existed.
Hey, calm down, calm down. Look, Elena, I don't know about that. But if you do this, if you do something bad like this, something you don't really want to do, everybody who ever knew you is going to try to forget you.
Well, you won't be able to, Cruz. You will never forget me. Because I found a way to escape this mess. And you're going to have to stick around and pay for it.
I will never forget you, that's true. Now, why don't you just tell me what you did with Eden?
Who's there? No, it's too early.
Too early for what?
Very smart. You don't get a lady in here who comes in here very much like you.
Yeah, well, I like to come to places like this for a change of pace.
I can show you a real good change of pace. You spend a lot of time in the city, don't you?
I travel.
Have you never been with a man like me?
I'll bet you're right.
Ask any woman here.
What would they tell me? Is that what Arcana would say?
You know Madame Arcana?
Oh, well, we kind of know each other in Los Angeles. And you said ask any woman, and I know that she used to work here.
Look, I don't know her very much, except that she's crazy.
Yeah, well, she's eccentric, maybe. But when I talked to her in Los Angeles...
Maybe you and I will some other time.
Yeah, well, I thought...
Look, just keep thinking. You're the type that likes to think a lot. I gotta go. Look, I'm gonna...
No, it's just my sensibilities.
I know he is, I know. You all right?
Yes, I'm fine. I shouldn't have brought up Arcana. Scared him away.
Well, maybe you scared him back to Mason. Oh, no.
I tried not to bring up her name. I just got nervous.
That's fine, that's fine. If you're okay, let's go out in the van and wait for Jeffrey.
You know, this could be it. Maybe he'll bring us...
Just wait. Wait, let's just hurry. We're not too late.
Well, why weren't you at the office? The detective agency? Yes, I went there and I waited for you, just like you asked me to. No, I'm sorry, I don't know what you're talking about.
Why'd you go to the agency?
Cruz told me to leave right after he did. I was getting ready to go, and the telephone rang, and it was you, and you told me to come to the agency. You had something to tell me. You told me it was urgent.
I never called you, even.
Carmen.
It was Eleanor? She wanted to get me out of the way for some reason?
Well, we thought she had you. We went to the beach house, and when we got there, Cruz was there. Your chair was turned over on the floor.
She must have used you as bait. She probably told him and your father that she had you.
Well, I don't understand. If Elena set up this whole ruse
To hurt you, then why didn't she attempt to hurt you or even kill you?
I don't think that's her plan anymore.
How do you know?
Because I confronted her. I think she's got a new target.
Cruz? Where is Cruz?
We don't know.
Wait a minute. If she only wanted Cruz, why would she have called Mr. Captain?
Look at everybody. The woman is insane. Let's not sit around here and try to figure out reasons for her behavior.
Well, come on. We've got to find Cruz. We've got to find Daddy and Cruz before Eleanor hurts them.
Elena? Elena?
For God's sake, open the door! Eden!
Is that the Desperado bar?
Oh, yeah, that's where it all started.
Well, come on, what are we waiting for? Let's go in.
Wait.
Wait, what? What? Did you pull this hero stuff because there are 2 women and 1 man? Forget it.
Look, we don't even know if Mason is in there, all right?
What about this Indian?
We haven't seen that guy for weeks now, all right? As far as we know, Mason managed to get away from him. We know what this guy is capable of. It would be madness for us to put our necks on the line until we know whether or not he has Mason.
I can't believe it! After all this time, he finally signed. What the hell did you say to him?
Just the same old thing. He went into one of his dreams, kept saying these women's names over and over. Then he started coming out.
Well, it doesn't make any difference why you signed, Capwell, old buddy. You finally did it! Yeah, now I don't have to look at your stinking face anymore.
Then we better get him to a hospital and get the hell out of here.
You're only half right. We're getting out of here. But our little friend isn't going anywhere.
But I thought we were supposed to...
If you'd have thought, you'd realize that Capwell here has seen our faces. He knows too much for us to let him live.
She said we weren't supposed to kill.
I know what Eleanor said, you fool. And I don't care.
I'm not going to be the one to tell her.
I can't believe that you're afraid of her.
You should be, too. You seen that look in her eye? I don't want to cross her.
Capwell's going to have a little accident. And if he has a little accident, we'll be obliged to get rid of the body.
You could blow this whole town away with that much dynamite.
I really don't care. We're going to be long gone. You should really enjoy this, Capwell. You're going out with a bang. Where is she? Where is she?
She isn't here.
Well, where is she? Where is Eden?
She's probably with her mama by now.
Who did this to you, Elena?
He did. That man killed me.
Now, you listen to me. This game is over. I want you to tell me who did this to you, or tell me... Please!
My God, Cruz, what have you done?
If we go anywhere near him, he's getting closer, the thing's gonna blow us to pieces.
Come here.
No, don't even go near there. Right, understood. Good work, Cooper.
Did you find Cruz?
No, but he spotted his car near the parking lot mall. Where's that? Seashore Way. Come on, let's look at a
But
car.
I want to come on. No, you're not. I want to go with them.
I don't think it's a good idea, Eden. I'm sorry, we just don't have the time.
Come on!
Eden, you have to let them handle this. Mama, Cruz is out there, and so is your father. Now, I don't know what this woman's up to or what she's got plotted, but the best thing to do is let Kane and Pearl handle this.
I just hope they're not too late.
What happened?
She had my gun. She locked herself in here. I tried to get through.
I heard somebody talking in here with her, and then a shot. I think they went out that door. You see anybody?
No.
Mr. C, take care, bro. I'm gonna call an ambulance.
Get it. Who did this to you?
Cruz. Cruz killed me, Daddy.
Starting tonight, NBC News takes you to China as television never has before. We'll visit teeming Beijing and Shanghai, see a changing China from a modern space base to an ancient monastery where Kung Fu began. See how Chinese people live and work and meet their leaders in exclusive interviews. Join NBC Nightly News with Tom Brokaw, The Today Show, Sunday Today, and Meet the Press as NBC News takes you on an unprecedented week-long journey through China.